getting rid of some nasty chrome in my new Tundra. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Rob Motive FST. Today, I'm going to be pulling out the center console area, or the center console part down here, this whole piece, so that I can gain access to the back of it to be able to remove these pieces here, this one and this one, so that I can paint them and get rid of the chrome and pewter that's down there. Now, there are replacement parts that you can get. You can replace the whole thing, or you can get overlays to go over it. Instead, I'm going to paint mine. Cheapest way to go, all you have to have is a can of paint and some sandpaper, and that's it. So let's go ahead, see if I can't get this center console area out. It should just pull out, held on by a bunch of clips. You have to be careful though, make sure that you don't break the clips. First thing we have to do is remove the shift knob, and I just put my new shifter knob on there. So let's unscrew that. Set that inside. We do have to open the glove box, or the center console compartment, I guess, and that's it. Now the key here, this will pull up typically from the corners, so you kind of want to grab a corner and start, and then it kind of pulls out this way a little bit, so the pins are kind of angled into the front. So let's see how easy or not this is to get out of here. And let's see. Well, that was pretty easy so far. So starting on the passenger side, that was easy. Work our way across gently. There. That's the easiest one I've pulled so far. Now, I think, if I recall, I want to go up and pull toward, that was it. Wow. That's the easiest one I have ever removed. I'll be darned. Pretty happy about that. There was no weird creaking or, plastic breaking or anything. So that was pretty good. Now let's take it in the garage and get these pieces off. Then we'll put this back in just to protect this area down here so nothing falls in, and move on to the next step. All right, we've got it laid out here on a towel because obviously you want to protect the front surface. And again, what I'm removing is this pewter piece here and this silver piece or chrome piece here. This one is actually very simple. This one, a little more involved. Let me show you here. All that holds the chrome piece on are these little clips. So you gently, and I mean gently, especially if you're in a cold climate, push those in and it will pop right out. So you kind of just push them in a little. You might have seen that one move a little already. And just take your time. It does help if you have both of your hands and you're not filming like I am. But get this one back here in the corner. This one right here. And then this one right here. That one's a little stiff, so we'll move on to the next one. There, you can see it move down there, I think. This one right here. And the big kahuna there, and that's it. And that should allow us, there, it fell right out. So that's how simple it is to get this piece out. So then all we have to do is rough it up and paint it. We'll do that a little bit later. Set that aside. Now, the big kahuna here, this one. This one has the pushes, the little pin areas like the other one did, all around it as well. You can see them all around it, just like the other one. But Toyota, in its wisdom, decided to plastic weld 6 places on here. Here, 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 and here. And what you have to do is break that little weld. Best way to do that I've found is either with a Dremel or a drill. You want to be careful, and I highly caution you on this. If you're using a drill, make sure you don't drill through, because if you do, you will drill right through this piece. Ask me how I know. I did it. on a different truck. So I'm going to go ahead and get these out, and then I'll show you how to take the rest of it off once I have these little plastic welds removed. All right, here we go. I am going to try a Dremel. I do have this little tip that on the end is like a drill bit almost. It should work pretty good. We're going to find out. Again, be careful. Very careful. Okay, after some finagling, I've got everything drilled out. You can see here I did end up using a Dremel. I did get it out, but this is where you have to be very careful. When I pulled it out, it did kind of crack on the edge right here because, oops, right there, because it was a bare, but that is going to be hidden. You'll never see it. So I got a little lucky there, I must admit. But it's done, no big deal. It's not that hard, just a little time consuming, and if you get lucky, it won't take as long. So now I'm gonna rough these up and hit them with some paint, maybe some primer, I haven't decided, and then we'll leave them dry, and then we'll come back and put everything back in here. I did end up pulling this piece out. This piece just comes out with the same clips as everything else is held in, so it makes it a little bit easier to work with. Okay, we've got 5 coats on. That's where I'm gonna stop. This is what it looks like right now. So we're gonna give it a few days to dry. I went with a matte black paint, as you saw. I did put a primer on it. So now we just have to let it dry. I think they came out pretty good, about what I was expecting. The key here is to let it dry. I may let it dry for a week before I do anything else with it. So it won't be long for you. It'll be just like... Okay, it's been several days. I am back, and I know it was just like that for you guys, but the pieces are dry, at least as dry as they're going to get before I install them. You can see them here. Still think they came out pretty darn good. But before I go ahead and put these in, there is one thing I want to do, and now is the perfect time to do it, and that is to clean off this fingerprinted, for some reason, center area. And what I'm talking about, of course, is right here, and it has fingerprints and smudges all over it, probably from me messing with it. So now is the perfect time to clean it off. We're going to start with the bigger one. The one on the right should just push down. If you recall, there are little tabs on the back, should just fit right in the holes and should kind of snap right back down in there. Let's give it a gentle push. I think I will use the rag just to make sure that I don't scuff anything up, because it's still, I'm sure, not fully cured. Probably heard a couple little clicks there. That's really about it. That's all it takes. It's in there. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. So that takes care of this one. Let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and put them on. Same thing. This has the little tabs down below. And one thing I want to note, because I did cut out the little plastic welds, if you will, there are plenty of tabs here still to hold this thing in. So I'm not concerned about it not being in there securely. If I was, I'd do something more for the tape. So not that big a deal in my opinion. You do want to make sure you put it on the right way. This is the wrong way, so let's flip it around. I am being very careful with it. Last thing I want to do is damage it before I even get it in here. That would really stink. So let me go ahead. That's how it fits right there, and check it out. Awesome. Gonna go ahead, tap it down in there with a rag again, just to be extra cautious, and then we'll get the shifter back on and I'll show you the whole finished look. Brought you guys outside here so you could see it in the light, the most light I can get. It looks awesome. I love it. Let's take a look. Here you go. And I know it's not the perfect paint job. If you look closely, you can see imperfections in the paint, probably dust, maybe the quality of paint, I'm not sure. But this is the look that we have. The chrome is gone. Remember, this kind of chrome used to surround this, actually over here, that was chrome. This was pewter, like this. Now it's all black down here with the new shift knob. Gotta say, I dig it. I think it looks pretty good. One thing I do want to note, on the side, the edge over on the right here, it's not fully down, at least not as tight as it was. Maybe because it just didn't clip yet with the clip under there, I don't know. But if you listen here, if I hit it, there is a little bit of movement. Maybe that is because of the plastic weld that's missing up there, I don't know. It's not going to come out. You couldn't pull this thing out unless you remove the center dash or the console area again. So I guess if I find that it rattles when I drive around, which I don't expect it to, but if it does, then I will pull it off and put some double-sided tape along this edge somewhere just to secure it. We don't have anything like that over here. Just right there in that corner. So if you're doing this yourself, maybe accommodate that when you have it apart. Maybe some double-sided tape right up there in that corner. I don't think it's going to be a problem. The other one, I think it's pretty solid all the way around. It's exactly the same as it was before. There was no plastic welding or anything on that one, so it's exactly the same. But that's the look. That's what it is. I think it came out pretty darn cool. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. Have you done this before? Did you maybe go with decals or overlays or something like that? I'd be curious to know. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos, especially on this truck. There are a lot of mods coming for this channel. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.